In the sport, I definitely want to promote mental health, specifically focusing on the depression part that comes with not competing well. I had such an amazing start to my season and such a heavy, saddening end to the season. And so I want this season to be amazing all the way through. And I want to show everyone that even though I had this injury, I'm still capable of being the best athlete and the best 400 runner and the best 400 hurdler that I can be, and that will be in the track world. Oh. I'm Britton Wilson. I'm a professional athlete with Adidas and I run the 400 and 400 hurdles. I am currently living in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I turned pro in the summer of 2023 and I love it here. We get a big group of supporters here, and I think that makes this training environment really magical. Just all the professionals that are here now, it makes it a lot more exciting to just be around such a group of great people. We all want to be good and great. So I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. I was born and raised there, did not move until college, so I've been there for pretty much my entire life.
I know.
My siblings are my best friends, so we were very, very close. I also have a twin brother, so me and him are naturally close. And we're all a pretty athletic bunch. I did gymnastics and dance, cheerleading, and track. So we were all very athletic, and that was kind of what our childhood was like, was just filled up with us like going to different practices. And I also did chorus, so I was always going back and forth to choir and going to church as a family. So we were all a pretty close bunch.
In Virginia, they had dirt tracks at all the middle schools. And she's out there, she's competing, she's having fun, and she's just beating everybody. So we kind of knew that we had something really unique, but we really didn't discover it until her high school coach, Gene Scott. We called him up and said, hey, we think she's pretty good. And he said, well, bring her over. I hear that from a lot of parents, so to speak. And so we took her over for practice, and he called us that night and said, she's pretty special. And so she competed as an 8th grader at the high school level at the varsity meets.
We were at a private school track meet, but it was kind of like a big deal to go to that invitational in my area. I ran the 500 and I beat the girl that was like favored to win, and she was already like signed to go to George Mason, and she was kind of like the girl of Virginia.
When the race finished, these coaches ran over to her, kind of bombarded her just past the finish line. She's like, Mom, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Why are they over here? And I took her behind the bleachers and I'm gonna cry. We're not supposed to do this. So I just told her, you're special. You have something very special. And I think it's a gift, because these people, these men, these coaches are running over to you. What you just did, like, you were gone. And these are seniors in high school and you're in 8th grade. And I'm like, you didn't do anything wrong. I just think you're special.
That was the moment when I was kind of just like, every time I step on the track, it's a new race, and it's a new person to beat, and I want to beat them. So like, it sparked that fuel to get excited to be a track athlete.
Stay up. Good girl, there you go. All right there. All right, now you got something going. You ain't here to hurl it off, right? Yeah, that's how they gonna be.
I was recruited by like every big school out there and every small school, and so it was very much a growing up period for me, like having all those meetings and being on hour-long phone calls and asking all these questions. So I really liked the environment that was at Tennessee. I liked the coaches. I really liked all the people there. I felt comfortable enough to say yes to Tennessee, but I don't think I asked as many questions as I should have. So I think it was definitely a learning point. I remember calling up both my parents. They already knew that I needed to leave there. So after that, I pretty much knew what I needed to do, and that was to talk to the Tennessee coaches and ask to go in the portal. I went to college at University of Arkansas.
All right. Let me lock in.
I think the biggest thing that changed for me was one, the support staff at Arkansas and like the team environment, and then two, the type of workouts that Coach Johnson had me starting to do.
Oh, I felt myself do it, yeah. I could feel it come out.
I've never really been in an environment where so many people want us to succeed. Everyone wanted to be a winner, and everyone held each other accountable.
That was good. That felt better.
I felt that like immediately when I got there. It's like, these girls aren't gonna let me slack. Like, I made my USA team, I made the world team. Like, I wanted to go pro. I thought that that was gonna be the year, but Coach Johnson sat me down and he was like, you need to come back another year. I think you can do a lot more collegiately, and then let's go pro. I trusted him, came back to Arkansas and had a phenomenal year. Got faster, stronger, happier, grew a lot more as a person and an athlete. Pretty much from the start of that year to outdoor SECs, I knew I was gonna go pro. It was just a matter of when. I turned pro in the summer of 2023, right after my last NCAA championships, going into that World Championships. I had such an amazing start to my season and such a heavy, like, saddening end to the season. Leading up to Worlds, I wanted to go out there and show everyone what I've been doing all year and run 49 and make the final and hopefully run 48. That was like my all-time goal. And I knew I was in a lot of pain, and I knew I wasn't healthy either. I wasn't really taking care of my body. Like, physically, I wasn't eating how I should. During the race, I don't remember anything. And when I got to the finish line, I kind of just like collapsed in tears. I was kind of embarrassed, but I was also more emotionally hurt in that moment. I look back on it now and I think I could have just stayed home and healed and given that spot to someone else to run. But I was trying to pull myself together and like get through it, but I could kind of tell that I wasn't really myself. I really want Adidas to like see me on the world stage. I want them to see my potential and believe in me. But ultimately, they believed in me regardless. And even with the injury, like they really do believe in me, and my agents believe in me. So I think the biggest goal, like the ultimate goal, is stay healthy. It's still a mixture of cross training and running on the track.
Today we got 60 laps hard. Go as fast as I can down, fast as I can back, but that's one. So technically it's 60 times 2 because down and back is 1. But we're gonna get this work. Got my pre-workout and my Ariana Grande, and I'm ready to go.
I haven't fully gotten back every single day like how I was before. Monday I'll do endurance, Tuesday I'll swim, Wednesday I'll bike. Like, I'm still mixing in the cross training just to preserve the bone and the injury because it's still kind of healing.
I'm already tired.
I think once I get fully healed and I feel like I can run days in a row without feeling that soreness or like it getting flared up, then we'll do that. But for right now and for the next few weeks, maybe months, I'll probably still be cross training.
You got 22 more laps?
No, I'm at 22.
How many more you have?
I can't do math. Can't you see I'm exhausted?
She's exhausted. She can't do math. What's new? All the way back to grade school.
Subtract 60 from 20, 22 from 60.
Could you see what this says in the back?
I've gotten really good at swimming, so I feel really fit too. So I don't think the cross training is like pushing me back in any way. I feel very fit and very healthy, so I feel like we're definitely trending upwards. And I think that that will tie into the other goals, which is to run fast, make the Olympic team, and become an Olympian. I would love to have a voice in the sport and be able to help, especially the younger generation, to know like they are worth it, they're gonna be okay. The sport does not define you. I want this season to be amazing all the way through. And I want to show everyone that even though I had this injury and even though I was cross-training and not able to get on the track every day like other people, I'm still capable of being the best athlete and the best 400 runner and the best 400 hurdler that I can be, and that will be in the track world.
Don't worry, guys. Trust the process. Trust the process.
I will make her look good.
He will.
Yeah.